And yes, we are live. Monday Night Real Flight. Come and get some. Howdy, guys. Monday Night Real Flight windows open. Jump in if you'd like to fly. I'll start the room off. A little demonstration. We have the Spitfire tonight. Oh, yeah. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Hi, Lori. How was the weather today? Hopefully it was doing well and nice warmed up, no snow. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Can't handle this new control. Can't handle the controls. I put too much throw into it. The servos are moving too fast. Less stick. I need some expo. That's what I need, right? Woo. Hi, JCB. Hope you're doing well, sir. If you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I'll move the microphone now and see if I can speak up, right? Is that a little better? So I hope everybody had a great Monday. I did. I got a nice brisk walk in this morning, coming in from the automotive shop. Oh, that was a nice landing. Well, we'll wait for somebody else to jump in and fly. I have my coffee ready. It was beautiful today too. Hi, Philip. Hope you're doing well. So I'm sure y'all heard that Ryan is just going to be doing a show on Wednesday now. No more Sunday. No more Thursday. Just going to do a show on Wednesday. 6:30 my time, 9:30 his time. And he's going to be doing it with Kelly Klein. I'm looking forward to it. You know, the shows were always fun when, Bobby Kay was on there with them. Now, I've seen the videos when it was Pilot Ryan and Mike, Captain Mike, but I've never. Uh, Philip, he's just done doing the show twice a week. It's kind of redundant, right? And he's going to be doing the show with Kelly. So he's got a partner in crime now, which should be fun. You know, give somebody else a chance to, bounce ideas off of. They're always going out and, crawling together with their RC cars, which looks like a lot of fun. That's what the wife and I did this weekend as we bashed around our Gravedigger and the Typhon Groms. That was fun. Probably a couple hours out in the yard just ripping it up. Great flying, Chris. Got those knife edges down. Now I was just thinking, is it going to be like Batman and Robin, like the dynamic duo? Maybe like the Maverick and Goose? What do you think? Like Bert and Ernie? Uh-oh. Looks like Real Flight just froze. There we go. Ah, yeah. It's just me now. Flyboy has left the flying air. Simulated sounds. Okay. Maybe they'll be like Abbott and Costello. Tom and Jerry. Okay, Chris. Chris got off, so I'll fly for a second until somebody else gets in here. Oh, we've got the Spitfire going. Hi, Kenny. Hey, it's time to get into the cockpit and fly. Oh, I got way too much snap here, don't I? The controls are set pretty snappy. That's okay. I can handle it. Chris is back in the room now. Wonderful, Chris. Thank you for flying. I'll land now. I can't just crash. I gotta land. There we go. And we'll put it back on, Chris. So, Chris, inquiring minds want to know: Did you cut your beard? Did you give it a trim? Ready for spring? Maybe Lori knows. I'm sure Lori knows. It's a big change when you do that, but sometimes it's good to change. Kind of like Ryan's. Ryan's going to change. I'm really glad that he's going to Wednesdays. If you didn't hear that, Kenny, Ryan is moving his show to Wednesdays at 9:30. Him and Kelly Klein are going to do a show together every week. Okay, well, there's always later, but there's always never. Never. That's what I do. I don't, well, I trim a little bit, right? But I mean, I don't go hog wild. Can't do it. Hi, Victor. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hi, Paul McNeil. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Glad you're all here. Thank you for jumping in. Good in the hood. Yes, sir. Well, I don't know about so much in the hood, really, but some of the neighborhoods around LA are Southern California are a little crazy, but I know you don't live in Riverside, so it's good. So I was trying to think of a few, you know, dynamic duos like Batman and Robin. I'm wondering what. I'm sure that Ryan is going to change the name of his program, and I'm really curious to what it's going to be. Vic, let's see. No, that's Kenny. Kenny's flying. Kenny's got the big C-17. Almost thought it was Tyler Perry there for a minute. Maybe they'll be like the Blues Brothers. Oh yeah, Victor is flying. I see him now. Whoa, what a beautiful landing, Chris. Beautiful landing. Richard Hensley is flying. Jumped in the room. Thank you, guys. Maybe they'll be like Shaggy and Scooby. Or Daphne and Velma. So I took the Toyota truck in for an alignment today. Seems to drive much better. We're going to be putting it up for sale. So we can't afford to have two of the damn things. Well, we could, but I'm not going to be insurance poor anymore. You know, having four vehicles under the insurance is plenty. Chris, thank you for flying, getting us all started off. Let's switch it over here and watch Kenny for a minute. Oh no, Kenny's Kenny's like taking names and kicking ass tonight. Woo-hoo. Nice, Kenny. I'll try and rotate through the pilots a little faster, you know, 5-10 minutes, and then move on to the next person, something like that. Depends on how many people come in too, I guess. So since I've been out of the loop today, Did our friend Kenny Rogers get to go home from the hospital yet? Does anyone know? I looked for an update, but I didn't see one. Hey, Jeff in Lower Alabama. Hi, Jeff. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, that's same here. And the message yesterday morning was just like amen or something like that with a picture of Kenny. Woo-hoo. Boss man Kenny throwing it around like he means it. Nice flying, Kenny. All of you guys are aces. Ace pilots. Big lumbering beast. Hi, Craig Bevan. Hi, Craig. How are you, sir? Oh, was that the day before that? Okay. Well, I'm a day behind then. Well, 2 days behind, it seems like. Well, Kenny Rogers, I'm still praying for you, my friend. I hope they let you out of that dang hospital soon. Yes. Paul McNeil, I'm glad you brought that up. This coming weekend is what the Beham Jam. Scotty has jumped in the room to fly. Thank you, Scotty. Hi, Spencer. Uh-oh. Somebody's got ribbons to cut. Ah, woohoo. There we go. Nice flying, Scotty. Hi, Richard Hensley. I saw you in the room flying. Where you're all set up too. I'm grateful for that. Oh, that's nice, Jeff. I'm glad to hear that Tug is still out there commenting at least. You don't see too many comments from our friend Michael Reitza either. I hope he's having a good night. I wish you well, Michael. If your friend Emerson wants to come in and fly, he's more than welcome to. How is the weather? The weather today was beautiful. It's going to start to warm up though really quick. It's going to be approaching 100 every day pretty soon. After I dropped the Toyota Tacoma off at the alignment shop this morning, I walked home. I don't, they had a courtesy van, but I didn't want to wait. And I thought, it's probably only about a mile. It was about a mile and a half, but I enjoyed it. Nice brisk walk. It took me about 30 minutes, right about 30 minutes. Woohoo, Kenny. Nice flying, sir. So I'm not sure what an alignment cost. 87. That's about like what we were today, Jeff. Yeah, by the time that I got home and I got dinner prepared and in the oven by 10 o'clock this morning, we eat really early. No, I just prepare it this morning so I wouldn't have to turn the oven on in the afternoon. You know, it's hot enough in the afternoon. I don't want to heat the house up with the oven being on. I think Kenny's after you, Scotty. Lower, lower. I'll tell. Yeah, I probably look like the homeless man walking down the road. I'll tell you what. One of these rooms needs a limbo stick that you can like raise and lower. That would be cool. Kenny's about scraping tail right now. Woohoo! Dang, dang. Oh, there you did it. That's certainly a beautiful jet there, Kenny. I'm surprised at how it flies. I've flown the smaller one, right? The normal size C-17. It is fun on the simulator. Craig, it was $108 out the door, $99 front end alignment. They set the toe in the camber and the caster, and it drives better. New power steering rack and pinion installed by me, and it needs lower control arm bushings. Which, get this, each lower control arm bushing is almost $100 a piece, plus the U joint on the end of the thing, right? Okay, so that's 220, 30, $40. Well, you can buy a whole new control arm. Really don't like doing that, but you can buy a whole new control arm for like 300 or 400 bucks, and that's what they recommend. And it's kind of frustrating to me because I'm not a throwaway kind of person, you know. I would rather fix it. Just swap the arms. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. In fact, I found both lower control arms from OEM Toyota parts for $300 and $290 per side, respectively. So $600 for lower control arms. Well, you know what? We've had the truck for 20 years, Richard, and it's been a great truck. 210,000 miles on it now, and we've just babied it along. And yeah, it needs work. I'm doing what I can. and get it kicked down the road. So it's all good. The market is strong for the Tacomas around here. You know, that year, the 2005 to 15 trucks with comparable miles sell anywhere from $9, $10, $11,000, and I'm gonna beat their prices. I mean, I could have let it go to CarMax for $5,000. Yeah, it's crazy what they want for some of these parts. You don't want to know what they wanted for the rack here locally. I mean, I ordered the rack on Amazon. I ordered the one that had the best rating, best review, and although I've only got a couple miles on it, so far so good. We should be all right. Kenny, thank you for flying. We're going to move now to Victor. Watch Victor fly the big jumbo jet. Looks good. Does it go any faster, Victor? It looks so slow in the air because it's so big. It is a pre-runner. So it's the Tacoma Off-Road pre-runner, two-wheel drive, but it has a locker in the rear, and it does okay. I've seen some people take the two-wheel drive pre-runner Tacomas and snag a front diff and a transfer case and convert theirs. I'm not doing that. Is life. How's it going, man? Thank you for stopping in. We're watching Victor fly the big honking jet. Kenny's got the other one that's inverted. Yeah, we'll get the Tacoma moved on to another owner, and life will be good, and my bank account will feel better. I just couldn't accept that CarMax is, and they were offering me more than the dealership was, right? Because the dealership didn't want to really give me anything for it. The guy goes, yeah, we don't even really take the ones that are 20 years old like this. But he said, yeah, it's probably worth $2,500 or $3,500. I just laughed at him. I wasn't born last night. I was born in the morning. So y'all know that Pilot Ryan is going to do a Wednesday show now, right? He's going to be doing it with Kelly Klein. I think that's awesome. Moving it to Wednesday at 9:30. Possible rain Friday in Birmingham. Victor, Victor and Kenny are killing it. Nice inverted flying, guys. Yeah, hopefully you don't get rained out or anything. I think it was Paul Ballard that was saying that there was rain possible Friday and Saturday, and then something about Sunday too, and then Monday it looked great. Beautiful weather. That's the way it always is. It'll be calm all the way up until the day you're going to fly, and then you go out and it's windy. So I wonder if Ryan and Kelly are going to be like Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock. Or like Penn and Teller. It's going to be good for him to team up with somebody. You, him and Bobby did really well together. And Bobby, if you're out there, I do miss you, man. Woo-hoo. It just looks too slow, Victor. It does have the cam bolt at the bottom. On each end, the inside bolt and the outside bolt on the lower control arm. And yeah, it's Craig. You would come out here and you would want to work on every car here because there is no rust, right? I had to take the intermediate shaft loose on the steering column, right? So that meant disconnect the battery, lock the steering wheel in place with a seatbelt, then, you know, take loose the rack all the way, and I had to slide that intermediate shaft up. And I basically just held it with my hand and shook it. You know, I took a little screwdriver and just kind of opened up the little groove. I just shook it and it just pulled right up. No rust. I did put a little couple drops of PB Blaster on it. And I took it on and off 3 or 4 times trying to get the steering wheel straight. And even going this morning, the wheel was just a little bit off. So, but it came right out when they did the alignment. Well, that one looks a lot better, Victor. The Butcher Bird. Oh no, that's not the Focke-Wulf 190. That looks beautiful. No road salt at all. Maybe, you know, there's a couple bridges where they spray down some liquid. It's nothing like what you guys have. And, I mean, they only do it like, you know, once or twice a year. if that. Yeah, it snowed like crazy over this weekend up in the White Mountains and Flagstaff, Grand Canyon area. They got 8 inches of snow up there. I think they still have snow. Victor, thank you for flying. Let's see who's next. Richard Hensley is next. We'll watch Richard flying the mystery airship. Just such classic lines on that plane. You know, Toyota went through a lot of frame replacements on those Tacomas. So they weren't coated on the inside like they should have been from one single manufacturing plant. And I they did a free replacement of the leaf springs in the back at some point while we've had that because the other ones were weak. Oh my goodness. After I bought it, I had to get one of those little helper springs to put in there. And that really leveled it out in the back. But a lot of people buy, you know, the little 1.5 or 2 inch cups to you know, level them out, raise them up an inch or two. Dark. It's weird if I enjoy only one plane. Nah, not at all. Just make sure it's a good one. That's great, Jeff. 95 4x4 Tacoma. That's a really good year. I almost bought a T100 back then, like in the mid. They didn't have the Tundra. It was called the T100. Customer had it. I did some work for a customer, and he had it up for sale. I almost traded him a paint job for it. Jeff, so you have a 4x4. Can I can I ask you an honest question? Have you had it in 4-wheel drive? Oh, it's a 2005, not 95. Okay. Have you used the 4-wheel drive very much, Jeff? Because we really wanted to get a 4-wheel drive, but the wife and I kept talking about it, and we just thought that if we paid the extra money for a 4-wheel drive, we're going to use it once, twice, half a dozen times in its lifetime. Oh, that's great. Do you have a lot of like uh, off-road areas to go to? I guess if you buy a 4-wheel drive, you you're better off to use it. Keeps everything lubricated. That's a great reason to have 4-wheel drive, Jeff. Dark. Um, I bought one transmitter five years ago maybe, and I still have it, and it works flawlessly, and it holds plenty of planes. I can see where you know, if you live in New York, you really need to have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I guess that's why they I guess that's why they have all the select four-wheel drive. Oh, not change, but charge. Okay. Um, I charge my radio every time before I go out and fly. Even if I just go out and fly once or twice during the day, usually when I go out to fly at the field, I only go out there, fly 3 or 4 times. I'm not the guy that takes 20 batteries and just stays out there all day. Just go out there for an hour or two and fly. Do you go by the voltage? That's probably a good way to go about it. When the voltage gets low enough, charge it up. If it doesn't tell you on the screen, charge it every time before you go. I've never had it fail. So I have a question for you guys. I don't know the question. I don't know the answer to, so I'm going to ask you guys. Right? Where are they? Where are they? These little smart batteries that do not have a second cord. No, I didn't cut it off with scissors. Now, I don't have a G2 charger, and I really have no way to discharge these or storage charge these. And I'm wondering if they do it automatically. So if anybody knows, fill me in the chat. I'd greatly appreciate it. I know my other smart batteries, they're set to where they go down automatically. Richard Hensley, thank you for flying tonight. Let's move down to the next pilot, which is Scotty. Scotty and I stayed on real flight probably an extra 45 minutes last week. We were having a ball flying. I don't blame you, Jeff. The only reason I have these is because they came with a little yeah, my smart checker doesn't have this correct plug on it, Kenny. So I don't know. Every time I charge it, I try and take it out and just, run it until it's low. I don't ever try and run it until it quits because it's probably not good for it. Come on, Scotty, I know you can do it. Land on the blimp. Yeah, I'm going to have to get a... Probably going to have to get a G2 charger. Something like that. But these are the only G2 batteries I have, or just these little ones for the car. cry if they die on me. Your transmitter is at 8.2. 8.2 is pretty darn full. I think they only go up to 8.4. Now, Ray would be a great person to ask that question to, Dark. Maybe Ray will look up in the chat there and see your question and fill you in. Ray is very, very smart with the battery stuff. Oh, watch out for that pole. I don't think Ray knows the news yet that Ryan is going to be doing a Wednesday show with Kelly Klein. I just thought of it right now. You do a show on Wednesday. It's going to be some tough choices to make. How do you get this on my computer to fly? Real Flight. A little game controller. I'm already back home on Mondays now. Nice. Are you working the weekends, Ray, or? Don't get below 7.2. JCB, that's what I have been told as well. 7.2 or 7.4. Don't let it get any lower than that. Recharge it. Kenny, I am the same way. I charge it before I go. Plug it in the night before. Just let it charge. And then it's ready to go. I've been flying in the air and had a transmitter go dead. Not fun. Hi, Tim Smith. How are you doing, Tim? Yeah, so Ray and Kelly will be doing a Wednesday show. Batman and Robin team. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Sounds good. I don't know if mine is 2,000 milliamps. I'm I'm not sure. It's probably a nice big battery. It used to be when you would charge your transmitter, you would only get maybe an hour and a half of flight time out of the thing. You had to be careful, shut it off all the time. You know, that's like the old Conquest, Futaba, back before, you know, that was with NiCad batteries. Work's been good. What little of it I do. Ah, glad you can hear us now, Ray. Hopefully the volume is good. Everything like that. Scotty, thank you for flying, my friend. Let's go down the. It says Paul McNeil is busy. What's Paul McNeil busy doing? Where are you at, Paul McNeil? We'll watch Pilot Ryan flying a. What is he flying now? He was in the Pitts biplane. Oh, he still is. Just missing a wing. That's cool. Yeah, so Dark was asking questions about radio transmitter battery life above in the chat. But I think some of them here, JCB and Jeff and Kenny, kind of got him on the straight and level here. But I charge mine every time before I go. That's just it. Hey, the plant is growing good. You want a peek? We'll give you a peek in the upper left corner. Woo! It survived 420. I was really hoping that it would be done by now and that I could like harvest it on 420, make it a great big celebration, you know? But no, didn't happen. It's, you know, anticipation. It's making me wait. Thank you for asking, Richard. I don't mind showing that off. Maybe a couple more weeks. You know, there's not too many white hairs popping now. And you know, when the buds start growing and they start looking like they got the little popcorn buds coming off of them, like the buds are growing buds, it's getting really close. I'm just waiting for that little bit of fade, little bit of color to come into it, some purples, some golds. You guys are just trying to take Kenny out, man. Kenny is the target. So I know Ryan's busy flying, but it's going to be interesting to see what kind of a name that comes up with for the Wednesday show. Dark. Hey man, thank you. I appreciate that, sir. You have a great day yourself, and hope. I don't know if you have real flight, but if you did, more than welcome to jump in. If you don't, I would consider getting it because it's a great tool. Pilot Ryan and Kenny are not Kenny, sorry, Kelly Klein, the printer duo guys. He's going to change his Thursday and Sunday show to a Wednesday show, and I know there's going to be a conflict probably. So I didn't think of that until right now when you jumped in. I was like, oh, Ray does a show on Wednesday. I'm sure it'll all come out in the wash. Woohoo! Nice one wheelers there, Ryan. Pop it right down. Yeah, yeah, it's good. And if there's an overlap, I've got two screens, so I can have two windows open. So I could play like that too. Oh, stay hydrated. Time to drink something. There's Paul McNeil flying. I like planes in the air better than on the ground. That's that's kind of what I do too, Jeff. You know, if one starts getting a little boring, I'll pop the sound on the other one and see what's going on, or back and forth. Trying to stay up with both if I can. Wah, wah, wah. Push the button. Go again. Whoa. Nice rolling circle there, Mr. Ryan. I'm all over the sky. Up, down, left, right. That straight axis roll for me is pretty difficult. And I know why. Because I like flying my aircraft, even on the real flight. I trim it so I have to apply a little bit of upstick. I always have a little upstick pressure when I'm flying, even at the field. And, so that way I can let the stick go and it will, you know, when you slow down, of course, you lose momentum, so you level out. It just makes it so when you're flying at a slow speed, you can have that stick a little more relaxed, and it will fly straight. But it makes it hell trying to do rolls, or I can never keep a straight axis. I mean, that's just the way I've always set my radios up, Kenny. Glad I'm not the only one. Oh my goodness, it flies. I can't not believe that. For a minute. Need to finish this 45-minute old cup of coffee. Any of you guys like Starbucks or Dutch Bros? You have a favorite coffee house you go to? Victor. Victor's got a bike lane now. That's pretty wild. Paul McNeil is just wigging out on my screen. Nice. Nice, Ryan. um, that sounds good. I was just trying to think of what I have that I could put in it. Maybe a little Bailey's Irish Cream. Ooh, that would probably be really good. Would be that or tequila or vodka. Those are the only three I have here. No Jack Daniels, no Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark is good. If you guys like a little sipping whiskey, Maker's Mark is pretty darn tasty. And it won't break the bank, you know? Oh boy, Jeff. I can I can imagine that was difficult. You know, when I first set up a 3-channel plane, I thought it would be a good idea to put the throttle on and the rudder on one stick, and then just put the elevator on the right stick. That didn't work out very well. I figured, oh, I'll train this thumb how to use the rudder by just putting it Korean vodka. Ooh, that sounds good. Awesome piloting skills, Mr. Ryan. We're gonna move back up here and see if Paul McNeil is there. Says he's busy. Busy hitting the pole. Now, I'm not sure if it's Paul McNeil that's having the issue or Real Fly. Seems like there's a connection issue going on there to me. I've always been a thumb user, and I've flown with people that pinch, and I can't do it. Wow. Everybody seeing what I'm seeing with Paul McNeil's aircraft? That Panther. Hey, Paul, maybe try and jump out and jump in and reboot it. Redbeard Reviews. How you doing, man? One of the newest owners of the SR-71 Blackbird. That thing's gonna be sweet, man. I cannot wait for the. Yeah, no wings. He's wingless. I can't wait for the maiden, Redbeard. Seemed like you got a great guy there beside you to help out with everything. And he's a roofing contractor. Is that, I believe that's what I heard. You know, those contractors, they're either making a lot of money or they're not making any. Paul McNeil, try and reboot, see if that'll help, because it's not happening there. Let's see. Chris is just parked, so we'll go to Kenny. Let's take him out, boys. Nah, don't be scared. Victor's in here. He's flying the FedEx Global Delivery Jet, SR-71. It looks like it flies really, really nice. Holy cow, Victor. You got him circled, man. Philip, you use those mushroom type control sticks? Do you like them? That's cool. I thought about getting them for my radio, but I just never did. Although probably one of the best things somebody told me at the field when I first started flying is like, hey, look at this. You see this stick? You can screw it up and make it longer. That's great. Gives you more throw at the top and smooths things out. So Philip, the snow didn't come back to you, did it? Looked pretty nice for the weather you were having. Stop trying to hit me and hit me already. Yeah, Victor, what battery are you using in the SR-71? I think I've seen people putting 5, 6, 7,000, 7,000 big batteries in the thing. Nice, Ray. Dynam. Now, I've never had a Dynam product. Are they a good quality kit? SMC 5900. So there you go, Redbeard. That's cool. You gonna put some big wheels on it, Ray? $160 ship. That's a great price. What is it, about 1100, 1300 millimeters? 23600 in parallel. Cool. You can hear Chris and Lori talking. Well, if I were to unmute the roof light, we'd all hear them talking. It's because your roof light's on. If you hit M, that will mute it, Mr. Bob McNeil. I guess nobody can hit Kenny. Wah, wah, wah. Somebody needs to break out the Mustang with the guns. Forrest Cooks. Lori, are you flying tonight? We're all waiting. This Kenny's got like reverse magnet thing going on. Nobody can get near him. Richard took him out. Took himself out. Oh my goodness. You just can't kill the blimp, I'll tell you. She won't fly in here. Oh, come on, Lori. Take her to the field and make her fly, Chris. Take one of your crusty old trainers out there. Tell her go for it. Dwayne. Hi, Dwayne. How you doing, my friend? It's going good. I feel good today. I got my walk in this morning. Did about 1.5 miles, 1.25 miles, somewhere in there. Nice brisk walk. Felt really good. Scotty's got the idea there. Get the guns. Get the flak flying. Woo! Lori has a problem with the radio? Okay. Yeah, time is flying tonight. It's already been more than an hour. So anyone else have any ideas what Ryan and Kelly should call their new show? Han Solo and Chewbacca? Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man? All the good ones are taken. Almost, Ryan. Nobody can take out Kenny. That's tough on an F550. Yes, sir, Craig. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Hi, Pilot Ryan. They have a 7. Raiders have a 7.3 in it. Have the big Godzilla motor. Oh no, Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla. Named her Little Red. There you go. Or does it have a 6.7? Oh, I'm not sure. Let's see what's with the biplane. Uh-oh. Real flight is locked up. There it goes. There we go. We're going to switch to Victor. Watch Victor try and crash into Mr. XXL Vet Kenny, Hangar 51. Yep. Redbeard, uh, exactly right. Now, believe it or not, I've gotten a lot of help from Ryan. He helped me bind up my plane on a show one time when I first got into it. I'd never done it before. Gave me a few options of what would be a good radio to buy. I've been very happy with it. And he's always answering questions in his chat, helping people out. It's amazing what kind of things you can pick up, you know, just by listening to what the others are talking about, what others have issues. Maybe Ryan knows. Ryan, are these factories set to discharge? Do you know? If not, I've got 2 batteries I gotta go kill tomorrow. You know, run down. And I guess I gotta go run it in the car to run it out because I don't have a G2 plug like that for a discharge. There's no extra cable. I cut it off with scissors. I didn't need it. Just kidding. No, it doesn't have a data wire. It's the 1400 G2 battery that comes with the Typhon Grom. So I have the little pigtail that goes from there so I can charge it on my regular S150, but I don't have a charger for G2, and this little pluggy thing here doesn't fit my smart checker. So good night, Lori. Have a great night. I'm glad you stopped in. I hope you can come and fly with us soon. Have to get your radio figured out. Give Chris something to do. To keep him occupied so he doesn't shave off his beard. But if you did it now, you know, it'd be all growing back for Christmas when he needs it. Default would be 72 hours. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing is I don't have a way to check it. At 72 hours before discharge? Okay. Thank you, JCB. Joe is flying an extreme. We have Joe in the room. I guess it just can't be done. Almost. Knock the wheels off. You're getting lower, Kenny. Paul McNeil is flying a Huey. Give it a whirl, Paul. Victor, thank you for flying. Let's move to the next one. Richard Hensley. We'll watch Richard's got the Mustang. He's shooting off all kinds of flack. Mr. Fred is in the room flying. Thank you, pilots. Got all the aces in here tonight. Woohoo! That looked like the big beautiful doll. So I've got that one out there in the storage shed. Hangar 9, big beautiful doll. The big one with a G60. I have never been a fan of the way a Mustang flies, unfortunately. I know they fly good. when you buy one and you crash it, and then you buy another one and crash it, you're like, I'm done with Mustangs. Client Paul McNeil has high latency, 20 seconds. Paul, you have high latency, man. Have to ask. There we go. It's only been an hour and a half since I started the show, and I'm glad nobody called to interrupt me, huh? Sometimes you forget to put your phone on silent or turn the sound down. Victor, I think Victor's flying, but Victor, in your opinion, how hard is the SR-71 to fly? I had a World Models ARF, ARF. And before that, I had a Great Plains kit. Let's see. Maybe I got it here somewhere. Probably not. Yeah. Not happening. I don't have it. I did have a picture of it. I dug through some of them. Let's see what I got here. Yeah. So check this airplane out. Kind of looks like a Sportix. That would be the one I hit a fire hydrant with. And that fuselage was thick ass PVC plastic. it was a brute. But here's my Easy Sport 40. That was a really nice flying aircraft. Kit built. $65. Yeah, I know, Paul. You're lagging behind with the internet. I think you and Kitty Rogers have the same setup. Hi, Fred. How you doing tonight, Fred? Thank you for being here and flying, my friend. Man, dinner was good tonight. Oh, it's delicious. Made some dirty rice. Wow. That's quite a weight, Jeff. We really only have one internet provider here because it's, there's only one. That's cool. That's your motorcycle van, right? Paul McNeil? the one that used to belong to a motorcycle shop. Does it say Kawasaki on the side or something? It's a pretty cool van. DSL is slow. So you've lived in Laura, Alabama since 2009. And before that you were in New York area? Richard, thank you for flying. Gotta go down the list to Scotty. Scotty is just hanging out under the blimp. So I left the window open last week for I was open for about 45 minutes after the show ended, and Scotty and I had a good time flying around, flying through the buildings and whatnot. Woohoo! Moved here when I got out of the Army from West Point, New York. Jeff, thank you for your service, sir. We owe you a debt of gratitude. Doesn't matter if you were on the front lines or supplying the front lines. Every single job is very important. Right down to the guys that fix the machines, load the guns, fix the tanks and airplanes. So I read a story last week, and I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but recruitment for the Navy is way up. That should make Marshall pretty happy. Nice flying, Scotty. So I wanted to pose the question. If what field you want to fly next week. I'm open to anything. I do this show for you guys, for you pilots. So I was thinking about one of those glider mountains. Some slope soar. Might be challenging. Wow, Jeff. Thank you, sir. So if Mr. John Noons was in the airborne as well, maybe you supplied special ops support to him. The SPOC with the canopy open. And I think the pilot fell out. Yeah. I try all the fields. Just kind of, before I go live, I'll flip to a few fields and just kind of see what I think is going to be fun. And I was flying the little glider slopes a few times, and with the wind, it's very challenging. It's either that or one of those little arenas. We could do some indoor flying. Although I know you guys like the big planes, so I don't think that would go well here. I like the oversized aircraft myself too. Yep, Fred drove a tank with Patton. Thank you, Fred. Well, maybe not with Patton, but Paul Woman's hairspray. Oh yeah, you have no Craig. You have no idea how many times I went to the car wash and washed an old Chevy, got water in the distributor, and then had to figure it out. That's always fun. Hey, there you guys go. Kenny's got it going. Scotty's got it going. Just Boogeyman is flying the L-39. Mr. Evan Brown is here. Scotty, great flying, man. Great control. Hanging right there with Kenny. Good stuff. Yeah, and if it doesn't work the first time when you spray it in there, spray it in there with a lighter. That'll probably help. Click, click, click. You have no idea how many ant hills I probably burned up with one of those cans of Aquanet. Damn heathen kids. Oh, that's great. I wish we could hear Philip. I could really go for some Iron Maiden right about now. Oh man, you guys look like you're having so much fun. Smoke on. Yeah, I'd like to tell you all that it was a great big party here yesterday on 420, but now it was just like any other day. Nothing new here. The plant lived. Clint lived to see another day. Oh my goodness, Fred! Heck yeah! They'd like fry some Barbie hair with that thing. David Martin Kraft, how you been, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for stopping in. Let me get on my phone here and see if I can get you a wrench, sir. What? 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 No, not Fred. There we go. There we go. I got you. But David, thank you for stopping in. David, last time I remember on the Zoom, you were having some health issues. I hope you're well, doing good. I'm glad you're busy. I think you did something in the finance department, financial institutions, if I remember right. Maybe I don't. Oh, that's all right. The funny thing is, David, you can take about as much time as you want off, but once you throw an airplane in the air, your thumbs are going to remember what to do. Won't be an issue. Scotty, thank you for flying. Let's go to the next one. Pilot Ryan. Watch Pilot Ryan. Hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. Haven't heard that one in a while. Oh, that's great, David. I'm glad to hear that. I wish we could say that for Mr. David Snyder. I know he's been up and down and not doing well with his back issues. And I want to let him know that though he's not here, I'm always thinking about him. Good thoughts to you. Our prayers are with you guys. And I'll be waiting for a update from Kenny Rogers. I hope he's doing good. Now, David, you were up in Phoenix area, right? You fly at one of the fields up there. Gear down. P-51 with some British colors. Well, I hope you pulled out a little extra there, Paul. There's a few airplanes this coming weekend that you're going to buy. Lucky dog. You have quite the heck of a collection, Paul. Probably on par with Kenny Hanger 51. I don't think I know anyone else that has quite that many aircraft. Sun Valley Flyers, yeah. Return of the Jedi. There you go. That's awesome. You sold your soul for rock and roll? Did you get a good price for it, Philip? Because some of them did. Woo! Ryan is cutting it up right off the deck. It's just a number, Kenny. It was a fair deal. You know, I hear there's a guy that'll give you $5 if you sing into a can. I think that's from. Oh gosh, now I can't think of the name of the movie. Yeah, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? There you go. We can only hope so, David. We can only hope. That's the plan. That is exactly the plan. And it might hurt for a minute with these tariffs, but I did read a story that these tariffs have done wonders for the automakers selling cars. Wink, wink. I helped with that. I've heard the devil went down to Georgia, but not up to Canada, Philip. It's too cold up there for the devil. And in the summer, there's too much daylight for vampires. Yeah, right around the corner from you, Paul. Yes, sir. Well, I would stay away from those crossroads, Paul. Woo-hoo. See, there's a lot of flyers in here. Awesome. We haven't got down to Joe or Fred yet. Let's thank you for flying, Mr. Ryan. Killing it with the Mustang. Let's jump down to Fred. Of course, Fred's in the chat. It's not flying right now. We'll give him a minute. And we'll jump to the next one. Oh my goodness. It was about that smoky here yesterday. Sounds good, Fred. We'll jump to Joe. I'm not sure who Joe is, but we're going to watch Joe. Joe's got the A10. Thank you for jumping in, Mr. Joe. Always good to have new people in here. Clarksdale, Mississippi. No, not the sun. I hate when that happens. Nice flight, Joe. What altitude do you fly at, Victor? I believe at one field, Victor they have a 250-foot altitude limit. Not 400. I believe that's what he told us on the Zoom one night. It could be Joe Hunt. I haven't invited Joe Hunt to come and fly with us. So it could be Joe. If so, that is really awesome. I know. It's awesome. It's only 8:15 here, Craig. So it's still early. Oh, what elevation in this field? Wow, I'm not sure. Yeah, Scotty, we had Jace come in one night and fly with us for a little bit. Oh no. Someone killed Joe's A10. So Ryan, you've only got a couple days to decide if you're going to change the name. Of the live stream on Wednesday. I guess we'll all find out. Nice flying, Joe. You guys have really good eyes. Sometimes those little dots get out there too far and can't tell if I'm coming or going. It's just kind of funny because I was sitting at the kitchen table yesterday, and my backyard fence is about 60 feet away from the house. And I could see a little tiny lizard out there crawling on the tree. Reddit and RC stepchild. Oh man. Well, Captain Dan and Forrest Gump is taken. Whatever it is, Ryan, I'm excited for the new venture. You know, Kelly's a great guy, and two men, two men a print, 2 men, 2 printer, and RC trucks. Woohoo! Nice flying, Joe. Let's go and watch Mr. Evan Brown just boogeyman. Evan's got the sky crane out. Don't ever think I've seen a sky crane do that maneuver in real life, though. God, guys, it's already almost been 2 hours. Cannot believe it. By the way, I'm going to leave the window open, so if you're still in the room and you want to fly after the show, uh, more than welcome to. I'm going to fly a little bit, turn the sound on so I can chat with you guys maybe. Only once. Maybe twice. Well, it's been almost 2 hours with no bathroom break, so I gotta go. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Ah, that was a relief. Ah, the You Can Do. Man, I loved my You Can Do. My buddy still has it. That probably was the last plane that I bought in 2007 or 6 before I jumped out of the hobby for a number of years. Oh, very much so, Fred. Did it in the oven this morning. 10 o'clock it went in. Oh, Philip, that's excellent. That is really great. So hopefully it is playing music. Because I can imagine that's a dream job for you. It's just to play. I know YouTube has been really sucky lately. Um, you know, it is what it is. What can you do? You know. Awesome flying, Evan. You're killing it with the You Can Do. If you've never tried to fly a You Can Do, training horses, that's interesting. Oh, wouldn't that be a dream job? Now, come on. Y'all know when you're a kid, you always thought that the dream job would be the photographer for Playboy, right? Right. Well, Philip, don't let the horses kick you. My dad had horses when I was a kid, and so did my grandfather. My grandfather didn't have horses; he had stable nags, right? You could saddle them up and try and get them out of the pen. Forget it. That is awesome, Jeff. Official license part 107. I'm glad for you, Jeff. I'm enjoying the drone videos. It sure is cool just to go up and take a take a peek around the field, and it was nice to see other people there flying with you. They're really cool stuff. I remember my dad trying to break some horses. He was in the sheriff's posse, and He rode horses, go look for people, lost people, you know, escaped convicts and all that kind of stuff. And where those reins would lay on the horse's neck, boy, he beat that horse on the side of the neck right there until it was sore, I guess. While he's up on it, you know, to where when the reins would touch the side of his neck, it would make it turn. I always thought that was cruel. Had a pony that was like a pet dog. That is awesome. I know that a lot of people raise those. Very cool. Very, very cool. A lot of people raise those, you know, short little horses, miniature horses. They're really cool. What do you know? Let's see who's flying now. Pilot Ryan has got the. Is that an AT6 Texan? It's a little far away. No, a Trojan? Hard to tell. Yep, AT6 Texan. There you go. Dragging the wingtip. Shetland pony. You know what? You know, being that my dad was around horses and all that, you know, he tried to throw me on one of those steers when I was a little kid, make me ride at the corrals. He did it a bunch of times, and every single time I got bucked off. They even put me on a donkey one time, and I'll tell you what, it is hard to ride a donkey. No matter how hard you hang on, they're going to buck you right off. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, Philip. You seen those Pasafinos? Is that how they say it? Those dancing horses. They walk sideways. They all prance around, real proud looking. And those are some cool looking horses. But that's real money there. You know, they're sitting on, you know, $10,000 saddles on a $40,000 horse. Fancy rich folks, yep. They got $100,000 truck to pull around their $75,000 tack room, horse trailer, and living quarters. They probably cost more than that, to tell you the truth. Oh my goodness, Jeff. That would be horrible. Hey, Cat, what are you doing? 8:31 already. Got lots of pilots in the view. Scotty, Pilot Ryan, Kenny, Evan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, Jeff, I can remember my dad and his buddies doing dumb stuff like that too. I remember the time they jumped on dirt bikes and took off out in the desert. And my dad came back with some of the worst road rash you ever saw. My mom was not happy. Oh my goodness. I don't think he ever rode a dirt bike after that. Although we all had mini bikes and little Honda Z50 and mini bikes. I don't know. I think operations of big cannabis grow would be operations director of a big cannabis grow would be a pretty cool job. I'm sure you'd get fired as soon as the plant started dying, though. I wouldn't want to do that. It's difficult. Evan, thank you, sir. Thanks for coming in. Have a great night. Some great flying, Evan. Looks like Ryan's got it in slow mode. Yeah, I don't know. Dream job, something that pays well, that you love to do. Well, I have been a painter all my life. I do enjoy painting. Not so much anymore. Just after so many years, it just becomes boring, right? It's like I could do it with my eyes closed. Customers tell me I make it look effortless, but a lot of times it's a ton of work. 2 hours and 15 minutes almost, guys. 8:36. Steel mill scrap management foreman. There you go. Even the person that works at the donut shop, they're important because people like donuts. That's that's a really good attitude to have. It doesn't matter about the money as long as the bills get paid. You have a little extra, and you're happy doing what you're doing. That's really all that matters. I know donuts. I have a chocolate chip muffin in there with my name on it, and it has walnuts in it too. But I think I'm going to save it for breakfast. enough drink. That's really cool, Jeff. I had a paper route for like a summer when I think I was in elementary school even. The little paper in the town sold for 25 cents. And I think I got 5 cents a paper for delivering them. And I believe I had 3 or 4 streets to do where I delivered papers. And I would say a street had 50 houses on it. Fun day of flying. Certainly, you got the room all smoked up here. It's like smoke on. Fred is still parked. That's okay. Kenny just crashed. Well, it was nice to see David Martin Graff in here, DMG. I appreciate you stopping in. We didn't see Michael Reitza, but I'd like to tell him, thinking about him, hope he's doing well. And like to wish you all a really great night. And we'll see you next Monday night. I'm going to leave the multiplayer window open. If you want to fly a little bit, I'm going to turn my sound on so I can chat with some of you if you want to chat. Yes, I've heard of the Muffin Man. Oh yeah. Philip, nice to have you back. Don't don't let YouTube bother you too much, man. Nobody's gonna get rich here off of this thing. Although it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd really be nice. But don't plan on it. I guess if you made 20 bucks off the place, you'd be doing good. But I have no clue. I'm not there yet. Don't think I'll ever will be either. Not gonna worry about it. Hey guys, have a good night. Take care. We'll see you next Monday. And remember that I love you guys. Have a good one.